understanding how the universe works and your role in that working is the first step to getting everything you want. Welcome to Worthiness Wednesdays. I'm Perry Gruber, the Enlightenment Guy. For over a decade, I've helped people master their mindsets so they can live lives they love and get results without the burnout or the hustle. And today, I'm going to talk about my clients' experiences in this unscripted episode of Worthiness Wednesday. All the Worthiness Wednesday episodes are unscripted, but today I'm going to talk about my clients' experiences in the backdrop of the video that dropped on Monday, Universe 101, How the Universe Works. It is that video. It's a long one. It describes in great detail how the universe works as a result of how you work. And understanding this is the prerequisite for getting everything you want. My clients learn this in the first few weeks of the positively focused practice. And as a result of that, they are getting lives they love and results that are extraordinary. It's so cool. One of my most advanced clients, she has been working with me since 2018, just achieved the level of master of the positively focused practice. Now, it's important to understand, much like many esoteric martial arts, this esoteric practice, the real practice begins at the level of mastery. So this isn't attaining the level of master in this practice is nothing really to brag about. It just signifies that you've reached a level where you're really ready to dig in and start to create for yourself results that most people think is impossible. Up until that stage, you're basically dealing with soothing your resistance, uncovering belief constellations. I talk a lot about belief constellations in that video that dropped on Monday. In fact, I'm going to put a link to that video in this video right here. But until you achieve the level of mastery, you're working on soothing resistance, identifying belief constellations and cleaning those up, replacing all of that. Actually, you're not really replacing, right? Because you are pure positive energy. And so what we do when we come into physical reality is we forget, this is so good. We forget who we are. We forget what we are. And as a result of that, we begin covering up, layering on top of us distortions that create life experiences. This is so good. Create life experiences showing us that we're doing that we're layering distortion on top of our pure positive energy essence. And that evidence that shows up in life experiences, negative experiences, what people call negative experience, what we call in the positively focused practice, contrast. So your pure positive energy, that's what you are. But when you come into physical reality, you forget this in the divine forgetting, and then you begin layering distortions on top of yourself. So the positively focused practice isn't about creating anything. It's about allowing as a result of uncovering the pure positive energy that is you by soothing. You can't remove them. You have to soothe the resistance you've put on your path. That's what the positively focused framework is about. And the levels up until mastery is all about that. Once you have significantly done that, and there are specific indications in a person's demeanor, their being, and their life experience that shows me that they are ready to really begin the practice, to be conferred the title of master. And when those indications show up, it's a natural demonstration. That's That's what happened this week when I was working with that client. Her name is Megan. Amazing woman. In our session this week, it was a no-brainer to provide her, to confer upon her the title of master. Now, this isn't about hierarchy. I'm not trying to create a social structure. But what I am doing, and this is part of the esoteric nature of the positively focused practice, I'm going to put up here the definition of the word esoteric so that you understand where I'm coming from. There have been indications throughout history of a certain level of awareness that is available to us all, but very few of us reach for that level of awareness. The level of awareness is often demonstrated in science fiction films, especially, and books, especially groups of people such as the Bene Gesserit, the Fremen, the Jedi Council. These ideas expressed as groups of people in books and movies, their ideas, their concepts, their vibrational frequencies. And I'm divinely inspired to begin now creating a stream of momentum, a momentum stream of beliefs and ideas that are aligned with all that is, such that perhaps 1,000, maybe 5,000 years in the future, this is why AI and the AI age is so important. Perhaps 1,000, maybe 5,000 years in the future, this legacy I'm creating will manifest as a group of people who are tuned in, tapped in, and expressing the esoteric aspects of what it means to be pure positive energy. So good. And so Megan's the first. This title of master, it's so interesting. I was speaking with a spiritual peer of mine. His name is Avin. He may show up in future videos here on this channel. And we were talking about this title. It's not something that, unlike the Jedi, we're not going to be going around calling Megan Master Thomas. It's just something for her to have. And it's not something that others are going to refer to her by. It's just a designation. It's really interesting. I once belonged to a esoteric martial arts organization. And in the martial arts, whenever you were conferred a new rank, especially black belt and above, sometimes the instructor, he would wipe his ass and then hand you your certificate. It's not meant to demean. It's meant to clarify, to put in context what your achievement is. Your achievement is nothing really. Nothing more than the toilet paper I use to wipe my ass, is what the instructor was saying. So that the person being conferred the black belt realizes that their journey has just begun. And that's the case with Megan. It's also the case with me. There's a saying from a book: after the 10,000th time, you're still a beginner. That's what we're about in the positively focused practice. And so clients are here to uncover their pure essence, the pure positive energy that is them, and then express that in a world in a way that delights them, in however way delight shows up for them. That's what this practice is about. And as these people do this, they become influential. Megan has been tremendously influential in this way. And the best indication of that influence is that her partner is a client, and three friends of hers have become clients. And so she's doing exactly what this I want to say movement, but that's not accurate. But this momentum that shows up as a cadre of clients, she's doing exactly what we will be doing ultimately, which is influencing all that is and physical reality at the level of the individual. That's the ultimate purpose of becoming a master, is to demonstrate alignment so powerfully that people go, what the hell are you doing and how can I get it? And when they become clients and others become clients, the world, the co-creative reality that is each of our individual reality, you have to look at the Universe 101 video that dropped on Monday to understand that. Everyone's creating their own reality. Everyone's in their own reality. But those realities interrelate. And so as more people come into awareness that they're pure positive energy and live their physical lives from that perspective, the physical world has to reflect that pure positive essence back to all of us. But it's a one person job. Everyone has to do it for themselves. No one can do it for another. So Megan is on the path. I am on the path, as are all the other clients. So powerful, so beautiful. And it all begins with understanding how the universe works. The universe as a byproduct of each and every one of us. It looks like, isn't it a paradox? It looks like the universe is separate from us. We look out through our telescopes or we look up into the sky and we see this vast, what appears to be a vast space stretching on for infinity. And we are here inside of it, moving through it in our own daily lives. It looks like everything outside of our skin is separate from us. That's the paradox. Because what really is happening is that this thing that looks outside, that appears to be outside of us, is inside of us. It is springing from within us. And this is why it's so important to align ourselves with the pure positive energy that we are, so that we can perceive what I'm talking about. See ourselves as the creator of the reality we're living in, we're experiencing. Tune that reality by changing our beliefs to align with everything we're wanting, and thereby tune that reality so that it reflects back to us only that which we desire, none of what we don't. Live in that reality effortlessly, and as a result of that, discover our worthiness. And once we reach that discovery, once we attain that discovery, that worthiness, you can't manufacture it, you can't make it happen. It has to emerge from within you at a certain point of realization that the universe is springing from within you and delivering to you everything that you want without no effort on your part. When that happens, you've gained a level of mastery, and then life amplifies. It's like a flywheel. It's like a self-perpetuating flywheel. When you realize your worthiness, then life kicks into high gear. The experience of life, your experience of physical reality kicks into high gear, and you begin to experience the charmed life that I talk about. Of course, it comes before mastery. All of my clients are experiencing some level of the charmed life. One of my clients, she's so amazing. She came into the world with a lot of resistance from previous life experience, previous lifetimes. She is a teacher to the core. And she's just now published an early version of her own blog. It's taken her a while to overcome her resistance, her fear, her lack of worthiness to get that far, to actually publish the blog, because she didn't think she was good enough. She thought she needed something outside of herself to certify that she was ready, but she's ready. And it's so great because on the way to actually producing the blog, the first homepage, a couple of weeks ago, she said in our session, I love this shit. This shit meaning being able to perceive what's really going on in another as a result of understanding what's going on in you. Oh, so much power in that esoteric knowledge. And it's so interesting that so few of us will take the time to gain this esoteric knowledge, which makes it, by definition, esoteric. So many of us are moving through the world relatively unaware of what's creating that world, and therefore having some of what they want and some of what they don't want, but a whole lot of boredom, a whole lot of anger, discontent, fear, and insecurity. All of that is serving those people, but none of it needs to be there. That's what my clients discover. It's so good. There is nothing more valuable and nothing more powerful than realizing that you're worthy. Worthy of what? Worthy of the universe bending over backwards to give you everything you desire. Of course, it comes in divine timing because you have to become a match to it. That's your work. But that can be effortless, far more effortless than the grind or the burnout or the hustle that people think they have to go through in order to get what they want. So many people are tied up in doing. Some people call that the doing disease. What are they doing? They're looking around, looking at how others have done what they've done, and then think that's the way they should do it. Abraham calls that regurgitation. I call that nose to the grindstone. I'm glad I gave that up a decade or more ago. You can give it up too. Perhaps you know how worthy you are. You are so worthy. Most people don't. Perhaps you're on the verge because you've come to this video. There's something in you leading you to your worthiness. The universe is wanting you, you're wanting you to know that you are loved, that you are fully embraced, that you are supported, that there is nothing out there that can come into your reality that you don't invite. And as a result of that, you are secure, you are sovereign, you are sovereign. You are the creator. And realizing that all begins with understanding how the universe works. That's why I published this week the video, the first in the 101 series. The 101 series is going to be the basics of the positively focused framework. Now, as a disclaimer, the videos themselves will not allow you to achieve anything remarkable because videos, words, they don't teach, as Abraham likes to say. Only life experience teaches, which is why it's helpful to have someone like me working with you or some other capable person who can prove to you in their life experience that they know what they know. So the videos in the 101 series are going to provide much of the basic elements of the positively focused framework. But life experience is what teaches, not words or videos. So while you'll get a lot of information from them, your life experience is where the real results teach you so that you can become all that you can be. To quote an old army promotion, army is such a distortion. Okay, that's it for today. Another wonderful Worthiness Wednesday episode. See you in the comments, and see you in the next video.